Since the time of the Neanderthals, people have been getting married and receiving gifts to celebrate that occasion. So to you, who are about to get married, we say, don't worry. We learned a few things about wedding gift giving over the millennium. The hardest part is over. You've found the one you love. What is my supposed to be married to that? And besides, help us here. In fact, what if we'd like you to know that help is all around you? To make that one plus a few others, we put together a short film. As it begins, a young couple, along with their family and friends, are in the midst of celebrating their engagement. Later on, I'll be asking questions about registration and crystal.
Moving can be a hectic and exciting time. At ABF U-Pack Moving, our goal is to not only save you money, but to provide you with the necessary information and assistance to make moving day a success. Packing is probably the most important part of a successful move. Time and care spent here will not only protect your belongings, but also make setting up your new home much easier. Your first step will be to gather the necessary supplies for packing. These include various size boxes, an adequate supply of newspaper or wrapping paper, scotch tape, box or shipping tape, felt marking pens, sandwich bags, a pocket knife, and moving blankets or something to cover items that can be easily scratched or dented. When it comes to packing boxes, there are two important things to remember. First, never overpack or underpack the box. Overpacking can cause items to be damaged or broken in transit. Underpacking can also lead to damage, as well as leaving space unused that you are paying for. Always use crumpled paper or articles of clothing to fill unused space in boxes. The second thing to remember when packing boxes is that too much weight in a box can cause problems. It is very easy to overload a carton with books, dishes, or other heavy items. This can be avoided by mixing light and heavy articles in each box. Once you have filled a box, securely tape it and label it so you will know what is in it and which room it goes to. Furniture should be dismantled as much as possible. This will help protect it from damage and also save space. Loose hardware or parts can be put in a sandwich bag and taped to the furniture to prevent loss. Small pictures and mirrors can often be put into cartons standing upright, much like books on a shelf. A sheet or two of paper inserted between each will add protection. Larger pictures or mirrors should be wrapped individually with flat cardboard boxes and taped securely, or you can slide them into a collapsed box and then tape the ends securely. Appliances also require some preparation. Refrigerators should be disconnected, defrosted, and cleaned. Tape the ice maker hose and power cord to the back of the refrigerator to prevent damage. Disconnect the washer and dryer. Tape the power cords to the backs of the appliances. Drain the water hoses and put them in the washer. The discharge hose will retract into the back of the unit. You may want to get a styrofoam washer pack from an appliance store. This will help to stabilize the unit and avoid damage during the move. The transportation of hazardous materials is closely regulated and an important aspect of your upcoming move. Failure to comply properly with the following guidelines can cause damage to property and create safety problems. The following materials cannot be packed and loaded on your moving van: all gasoline must first be disconnected, completely emptied, and reclosed. Before loading, all gas-powered equipment such as lawnmowers, all-terrain vehicles, and chainsaws must have all gas removed either by running dry or by draining. In addition, any of the above that uses a battery must have the cables disconnected. Finally, we recommend that you avoid packing or loading the following: all paints, including spray, used or open cleaning supplies, and all open foods. These items usually cost very little to replace when compared to the damage they can cause to other valuables. Either transport them in your own vehicle or give them to a grateful neighbor. Loading the van is another important topic. Care in loading will help prevent damage to your belongings and also minimize the amount of space used on the van, thus keeping your moving costs as low as possible. There are three main ingredients in planning for a good load. First, have all needed tools and materials ready. These may include rope, moving blankets, a two-wheel hand truck, and an appliance hand truck. Second, pre-stage your belongings in the garage or other large room. Try to have them sorted by size and weight, as this will be important when loading to maximize space utilization. Finally, line up help in advance, since many hands make light work. Several safety tips bear mentioning before you begin loading. Proper clothing will help prevent blisters, cuts, and scratches. Work gloves, long pants, long sleeve shirts, and shoes are recommended. Proper lifting technique is also important. Always bend at the knees and lift with your legs. This will help you avoid a sore back. Now that you are ready to begin loading, let's review our objectives. Use as little space as possible and avoid damaging property. To achieve these, we need to do several things. First, it helps if one person can stay in the van to supervise and load. A good load goes together like a three-dimensional puzzle, and the more people involved, the harder it is to build correctly. Second, always load heavier items on the floor and light items on top. The last few feet below the roof of the van are great for bikes or light patio furniture. A good rule is to load appliances and other large or heavy items toward the front or nose of the van, as they will ride better. Objects that are on wheels should be turned sideways and braced to prevent rolling. Third, try to use all available space. The more gaps or unused space that is left, the more likely it is that the load will shift or settle during transit. Load high and load tight to prevent damage. Finally, as you load the last of your belongings, make sure that nothing breakable is going to slip or fall, as the load will move some in transit. You will be provided with a durable bulkhead when your trailer is delivered to you. This bulkhead is designed to keep your goods from shifting backward, thus avoiding damage to your belongings. The bulkhead will be the last item you load, so set it aside while loading the van. The bulkhead will be delivered in the shape of a large box. Cut the plastic strapping to release the two separate pieces. Stand the right half up with the right leg brace on the floor against the right trailer wall. Next, remove the 3 long bolts and wing nuts from the center seam. You will need these in a few minutes. Now, stand the left half up and fold out the leg brace. Each half will have matching center seams. Line them up and put the bolts all the way through the seams. Now, attach the wing nuts and tighten. Carefully slide the bulkhead forward until it butts up to the rear cargo. Finally, nail the leg braces into the wooden floor strips to provide a sturdy partition for your goods. It's that simple. At destination, simply reverse the procedure to access your belongings. To avoid additional moving costs, it is important to return the trailer in proper condition and in a timely manner. From the time the van is delivered to your new residence, you are provided 2 free days to unload. You can use more time if you want, however, additional equipment charges will apply. To minimize your cost, be sure to call our 1-800 number as soon as the van is empty and we will remove it. The returned condition of the van is also important. To avoid additional waste removal fees, here are a few simple steps. First, remove all debris from the trailer. It should be free of all trash. Any nails used in the floor should also be removed. Second, sweep the van out thoroughly. The only item that ABF U-Pack will haul away free of charge is the used bulkhead. Simply collapse it and set it on the trailer. Finally, shut and latch the trailer doors. ABF U-Pack Moving provides you with the most complete alternative in budget moving. Our representatives are only a phone call away. Please call us at 1-800-355-COIXT if we can provide further assistance. Have a great move.
What's America's #1 priority in home design today? The answer may surprise you. An astounding majority of homeowners surveyed, 90%, agreed that the one thing we want most in our homes and lives is more space, more closet and storage space. Here's why. Closets crunch. We cram and slam and pack and stack our clothes into our closets. Clothes go into your closet and seem to disappear. There's just not enough room. Now there is a cure. Saving space and time is now a snap. It's simple with the Closet Carousel. The only cure for closet crunch. Simply push a button. Watch. Left or right. You stand in one place and your clothes come to you. Now it's easy and fun to organize your coordinated outfits and seasonal wardrobe into neat and complete, easy-to-reach sections. Everything's matched and ready to wear. I almost never have to iron anymore because the carousel hangs clothes vertically, so gravity pulls out most of the wrinkles. No more sorting through shoes on the floor or searching for items hidden by long-hanging garments. The Closet Carousel saves time and space. I'll show you how. Here's a typical walk-in closet. Now, here's the exact same closet with the space-expanding Closet Carousel. Look at the empty aisle space we are now using. The Closet Carousel nearly doubled the closet capacity, plus created room for built-in shelf and floor space. The Closet Carousel by White Home Products is the first and only carousel storage system designed for the residential marketplace. It's actually a scaled-down version of the heavy-duty, expensive unit you see at the dry cleaner. It's UL approved and uses standard household current. The motor and track are enclosed with smooth, quiet, and clean operations. Upper and lower chrome bars, handy baskets, and shoe racks adjust easily to fit your needs.
I can't believe the amount that this thing holds. It's a surprise to me that I could get in this one room all the clothes that I had in 2 closets.
This closet was 4.5 by 6. It really wasn't meant before we put in the Closet Carousel. We tried to put our winter things, our summer things in the same place. We weren't able to. Now we have room for our winter things, our summer things, our ski things, our masks, our gloves, our scarves. Just organize the whole life.
We've already seen how the Closet Carousel saves time and space, and it's an affordable alternative to costly no-name closet systems. It's available in 10 different sizes, starting with a space as small as 4.5 by 6 feet. Before you build your new home, or even if you're remodeling, stop. Don't try to do it yourself and hope for the best. And before you pay a bunch of money for closet consultants, our experienced professionals will create your very own custom carousel design closet for free. It's easy. Just call our toll-free number or fax your closet dimensions you'll receive easy-to-read, clear, and complete space-saving plans.
Having White Home Products custom design our closet was truly a pleasurable experience. We faxed them over the dimensions of our closet and within a day or two received back several alternatives of ways to design the closet. My husband and I picked the best which would work for us, and we're very thrilled. We've gotten everything we needed exactly laid out the way we would like it. Truly is the focal point of our home. We are very thrilled with this Carousel product.
It's a no-risk call. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain, especially more closet and storage space. All for less time and money than you pay for outdated, expensive closet organizers. You know, when my friends saw my Closet Carousel, their jaws dropped. They were very impressed. Of course, I didn't mention how affordable my new carousel was. The Closet Carousel has been extensively covered in the media, magazines, newspapers, even home improvement television shows and movies. Celebrities love the Closet Carousel, and you will too.
I'm very organized, both in my personal and in my business life. And you can see by how the Closet Carousel works that it helps me keep organized. I have a place for my suits, my sport jackets, my shirts, my slacks. Everything is just so, and that's the way I like it.
Another great feature of the Closet Carousel, it's completely portable. If you move, it moves with you. Or leave them and increase the value of the home yourself. The Closet Carousel may be cut down to fit virtually any ceiling height. It fits in olives and close roof applications, even crawl spaces underneath. The push-button control can be placed at any height for easy access. The possibilities are endless. Save time, space, and money, and step up with your new Closet Carousel. Don't forget about our free custom design service. It's your call, and it's a free call. The Closet Carousel is the closet crunch. New design. Good? Or this? I love my Closet Carousel, and I know you'll be going to try it. I hate to run, but I'm having dinner with my husband. Bye for now.
Termites can't get into my house through a concrete slab.
I haven't seen any termites around my house. My house was treated several years ago. They killed them all.
How much damage can a little termite do?
Termites, thriving colonies that work 24 hours a day. In the forest, termites are housekeepers clearing away the debris and brush. But in your home, they can be devastating. Termites are one of the largest threats to the stability of your home. They can enter your home through the tiniest crevice. And in the U.S., termites cause over $1 billion in damage a year. In the U.S., 3 types of termites pose the greatest threat. Subterranean termites are the most common, covering most of the United States. Unless you live in Alaska, your home is a target for subterranean termites. Drywood termites, which require very little water to survive, are found mainly in coastal areas. And Formosan termites, the most destructive of the 3, are found in isolated areas in the south, west, and in Hawaii. They can damage your home before you even know you have termites. You can't see them or hear them, and they eat constantly. Most people are aware of termites, but don't really understand the threat that they pose to their homes. In fact, there are many myths and misconceptions about termites that have cost unprotected American homeowners literally billions of dollars in damages over the years.
I know I don't have a termite problem. I haven't seen any termites.
One of the great dangers of termites is that they are most often never seen until they've done significant damage. Subterranean and Formosan termites live underground and travel inside homes. They require water to live and cannot tolerate sunlight or open air. Termites signs of termites. Swarmers are mature reproductive termites that leave the colony to form other colonies. They're often mistaken for winged ants, but can be recognized by their broad waist, straight antenna, and veined wings. Termites often build mud tubes to get from the ground to the wood in your home. These tubes are often found along walls and pipes, but can be freestanding. Mud tubes are another sign of termite activity in the area. You can also look for other telltale signs: wings near doors or windows, nothing painted, and tiny holes in wood surfaces. You may also be providing opportunities for termites by having high moisture areas or bridges such as firewood against the wall. Drywood termites can be even harder to detect since they require very little water and can thrive without contact with the ground. Drywood swarmers can fly into your home through vents, seams and siding, and openings in your eaves and attic. They then set up a nest inside the wood in your home. Drywood termites do not use mud tubes, but can be detected by the presence of tiny pellets on or around wood surfaces. Drywoods make tiny holes in the wood and push these fecal pellets outside the house.
My house is made of brick. Termites can't hurt a brick house.
Despite what many people believe, brick houses are vulnerable to termites. The brick veneer simply covers the wood structure underneath. Termites can pass undetected behind the brick and into the wood. Styrofoam insulation is also vulnerable, since termites can tunnel through it to get to the wood. In fact, the brick wall or styrofoam insulation provides moisture shelter and a desirable temperature and can help hide a thriving colony of termites underneath.
How can a little termite do that much damage?
Termites attack by the millions. In fact, subterranean termites can average 13 to 14 colonies per acre, with as many as 1 million termites per colony. While drywood colonies are smaller, their location, usually in attics and eaves, makes them difficult to detect, so that much damage can be done before they're found and eliminated. And formosan termite colonies can be up to 10 times larger than subterranean. Once termites are in your home, that damage can be costly. In all, termite damage costs American homeowners over $1.1 billion every year.
I'm not worried. I'm covered by my homeowner insurance.
Despite what you may think, most homeowners' insurance does not cover termite damage. Also, wood-destroying organism reports, commonly known as clearance letters, required when homes are sold, do not guarantee that your home is termite-free. Typical clearance letters last only 30 days, and they involve no treatment for termites. Only through regular professional inspections will you know that your house is free of termites.
Termites like the hot weather. We don't have termites in New York.
Termites have proven themselves very hardy in the past. Termites have survived environmental changes for over 250 million years. While termite activity is heaviest in warmer climates, subterranean termites have been found in every state in the Union, except Alaska, with heavy infestations as far north as Massachusetts and northern California.
My house is on a slab. Termites can't come through a solid concrete slab.
Homes constructed on concrete slabs are extremely susceptible to termites. As the concrete settles, tiny cracks often occur in the slab. Termites can easily enter through these cracks, as well as expansion joints that are built into some slabs. Plumbing pipes can also give termites access to your home. A termite needs a space only 1/64th of an inch wide, the thickness of a piece of paper, to enter your home.
My house was treated several years ago. They killed all the termites.
Termite treatments form a barrier that keeps subterranean termites from entering your house. The termite colony remains active and remains a threat to your home. If the barrier is disturbed, subterranean termites may return. Depending on the circumstances, some termiticides may break down over time, and persistent termites will try to find a way back into your house. New landscaping, home additions, and soil erosion may break down the termite barrier and can help termites find new paths into your home. Drywood termites are also extremely persistent. Even if the colony is destroyed with fumigation, it only takes a small opening for a new pair of reproductions to fly in and start a whole new colony. There is no residual protection after fumigation. And Formosan termites are the most resilient of all. Even if they're cut off from the main ground colony, Formosans build nests inside your home called cartons. Formosans in your home can live up to 8 weeks without water. During that time, they seek out a new source of water and the colony continues to thrive. If your home has not been professionally inspected recently, you may be vulnerable to termites and not even know it. The best way to check for termites in your home is by getting a professional inspection. Most termite control companies offer an inspection free of charge. Treating for subterranean termites is not the same as treating for a household pest. And treatments must be very thorough. Even after treatment, the termite colony may be active under the house. Re-inspections by a professional help ensure that the termite barrier has not been compromised. Termiticide should be injected to create a barrier outside the home, inside the home, and inside the wall. Traditional liquid treatments under slabs may not provide complete coverage or may leave thin zones where termites can re-enter. In some cases, new foam termiticides provide greater protection by expanding under the slab. And new wood borate treatments add an additional barrier of protection. Even if termites penetrate the soil treatment, the borate-treated wood at key points of entry will stop them from entering the house. Fumigation is the most common method of destroying drywood termite colonies. Fumigation tents like these are seen frequently in South Florida and Southern California. After tenting the home, a gas is introduced that fills all cracks and crevices in the home, controlling the termites. Additional inspections are necessary to continue to monitor for new colonies that may enter the home and begin the cycle again. Formosan termites require a more aggressive treatment. Since the colony can continue to grow even after being cut off from the ground, additional treatments are required inside the house to eradicate the colony. Spot treatment and even fumigation may be necessary to rid your home of these pests. Remember, termites are persistent, and your home is your largest investment. Termite protection is a long-term commitment. When selecting a termite control company, you should consider these factors. Does the company have a good reputation? Can you rely on their personnel to do a good job? Will they use the latest technology to control termites? Is the treatment plan thorough? Do they offer a guarantee? Is the company financially stable? Your termite control company should be one that you can count on today and tomorrow. There are several things you can do today to make your home less inviting to termites. Eliminate any excess moisture, such as standing water from your house, and repair any leaky pipes. Control the humidity inside your home. Remove any wood, including firewood, from near the house or from crawl spaces. Cut back shrubs or bushes away from the foundation. For drywoods, 20 mesh screening on attic vents, filling cracks and crevices with putty, and frequent painting to reduce cracking can prevent termite entry. And most importantly, have your home professionally inspected. Orca provides free termite inspection for subterranean drywood or Formosan termites with no obligation. Just call 1-800-800-LOOK-IT. Know where you stand against termites. Call for a free inspection today.
How do you know a woman is absolutely right for you.
Well,
What is it that tells you? Her looks? No, looks change. Her sense of humor? Don't think so. Her mind? Her personality?
Nah, personalities change too, you know.
People even change sexual preferences after they marry. Go deal with that.
Listen, there's only one sure way. Crystal.
Crystal.
Yes. When you start looking at crystal patterns with a woman, you better watch out because that is probably a woman.
Get out.
No, I'm serious. Come on, think about it. Come on. I mean, is crystal short term? No. A CD, that's short term. A car is short term. Even an apartment can grow out. But crystal, long term.
It's commitment.
Yeah, I mean, it's substantial. Come on, there's weight to it. This is serious.
Next, blowing something up. It was my best friend.
Who thinks like that?
Joey Lee.
I'm telling you. It's the only short
The day that he died.
Hello, my name is Bob Trussell. I'm speaking to you from the heart of America's thoroughbred racehorse country, Lexington, Kentucky. Lexington is the home of Tempur-Pedic Swedish engineered mattresses and integrated sleep systems. I'm the guy who discovered the extraordinary Tempur-Pedic pressure-relieving mattresses in Sweden and brought them back to America. In 1992, I mortgaged everything I owned to become president and CEO of Tempur-Pedic, Inc. Ever since, Tempur-Pedic has been my baby, and the successful marketing of its truly revolutionary sleep products has become my personal mission in life. Some would call it my personal obsession. Maybe that's true, but if it is, then untold thousands of delighted Tempur-Pedic fans, folks who've actually experienced our virtually weightless sleep, share my obsession. Let me explain. In 1992, our first year of operation, gross sales were only $300,000. In 1993, sales increased by more than 800% to $2.5 million and have grown steadily to about $20 million in 1996. This is only the beginning, and we are projecting that Tempur-Pedic sales will surpass $100 million by the year 2000. The reason for our skyrocketing growth is the overwhelming consumer approval our pressure-relieving mattresses, pillows, and sleep systems have received from people like you. In fact, this video will feature some first-hand success stories of typical Tempur-Pedic converts. Folks who were once as skeptical as you may be now, but decided, as I hope you will, to try my almost unheard-of 3-month in-your-home trial. More about that wide-open offer later. Right now, let's get back to the very unusual but true story of how I went to Europe to scout out world-class racehorses in my profession back in '91, and ended up discovering a unique new mattress in Sweden. There I met a famous Swedish horse chiropractor. Yes, I said horse chiropractor, who told me about a fantastic body-lifting, back-sparing miracle mattress that was becoming widely popular in Sweden. His enthusiasm was infectious, and I was intrigued. When I learned that the Swedish company needed distribution in the United States, the die was cast. Deciding to take Tempur-Pedic to America was, for me, a real no-brainer. Of course, when I got home and announced a career path change after 20 years from horses to mattresses, my wife at first thought I'd gone completely nuts. But when she tried the product, Martha couldn't help but share my unbridled enthusiasm. The rest is history. There's no doubt in my mind that our Tempur-Pedic mattresses and pillows are, hands down, the biggest breakthrough in sleep technology since the inner spring mattress was introduced in 1925. That was over 70 years ago, long before television, computers, and microwave ovens. Yet in the face of such life-changing advances, Tempur-Pedic's NASA-inspired sleep system offers the first really new basic technological change in the way people sleep. For the first time, your mattress truly adapts to you instead of forcing you to adapt to it. This auto-contouring feature is totally unique. Notice how the mattress conforms to the cat's paws. It can do the same for you. If your goal is simply deep, satisfying, and luxuriously comfortable sleep, this is the product for you. However, if you suffer from back, hip, or neck pain, our auto-contouring and pressure-relieving and weight-neutralizing and temperature-responding mattress can help you. If you have any of these problems, drop what you're doing, pick up the phone, and call now. Don't wait a minute longer. You owe it to yourself.
How long has it been since we called for that bed?
It's been at least an hour. I know last night we had patients wait at least 3 hours for beds. I'm not sure what the problem is.
Well, I better check and find out what's going on here.
concepts in communication video presentation of bed tracking. Never has the importance of an efficient admission, discharge, and transfer process been so important as it has become in today's healthcare environment. According to a recent article in Modern Healthcare, 11% of patients who frequent emergency departments leave against medical advice, many of those due to inordinate wait times. And many departments across the country make repeated phone calls each day to find out which patients have gone home or which beds are ready. Nurses' valuable patient care time is lost every time nurses or unit clerks find themselves in the middle of the bed turnover process. Patient and physician satisfaction surveys consistently show waiting times for beds as a significant source of dissatisfaction. Aside from patients waiting to get to their patient room, late notification for discharges and transfers also result in substantial dollar loss through meals going to empty rooms. This issue is especially troublesome with transfers. If a transfer notice is late, by the time the meal gets to the proper room, it's cold, and a new tray must be sent. This not only results in dollar loss from the extra meal, but now we also have an unhappy patient having to wait for the meal while the roommate is being served. Exactly how bed tracking works. However, to best understand the significance of this technology, let's first look at what we have found to be the most common method for handling bed turnover in healthcare facilities across the U.S. and Canada. What you're about to see is the typical process used during the evening shift. The same method is also used for getting staff beds clean and available for the day shift. Discharges and transfers occurring after 3 p.m. have steadily increased over the years. The typical procedure is a 4-call routine. First, the nurse at the patient unit or admitting in some hospitals must page the supervisor. Hopefully, the housekeeping supervisor is near a phone when they are paged so they can call the patient unit or the admitting office back in response to the page. This is the second call in the process. While beeping someone and getting them to call back may seem like a harmless separate procedure, remember that even just the call back ties up 2 people on the phone, one at each end. For day shift, the supervisor might make a trip up to the specific area needing discharge or cleaning, since housekeepers are assigned to patient units during the day. However, on the evening and night shifts, most housekeepers work in non-patient areas, and therefore, paging the employee assigned to discharge or cleaning is a common procedure. Once again, we must be hopeful that the employee who gets a page is in a position to stop what they're doing and answer the page. The second page constitutes the third call. Finally, we are almost at the end of the process. The fourth call back to the supervisor will complete the cycle. The industry has become so accustomed to this 4-call routine, in actual practice it doesn't stand out as an impediment to efficiency. Now, bear in mind, all we have done so far is dispatch the employee to the bed needed. It has taken these 4 calls, potential delays between them, and at least 3 people just to get the employee to the dirty bed. Now let's take a look at accomplishing the same objectives with bed tracking. Whomever escorts a patient upon discharge or transfer will begin the bed tracking process by simply entering the caller's ID number, the bed number, and a status number 3 into the phone. Multiple vital steps are accomplished simultaneously. Before the initiator even gets out of the patient's room, the bed tracking system begins its work. The host monitor indicates that a bed has now been vacated, and bed tracking's remote communication features begins to send this message to all other areas tied into the system through the hospital's existing phone network. Although we're stepping through this in sequence, this actually takes place within seconds of the original call up on the patient floor. Admitting now serves as the central control for setting bed priority instead of every patient unit calling their own staffs. Tying up management resources, housekeeping is able to stay apprised of the complete bed situation and accumulate vital productivity statistics through bed tracking. Trays that would have otherwise gone up to empty rooms now can be pulled, and transfer patients can have their meals sent to their proper destination. If that wasn't enough, bed tracking isn't through yet. The auto-paging software and unique pager controller Now the appropriate housekeeping employee receives the page but does not need to call back to either get the assignment or the priority. Bed Tracking's auto-paging feature has revolutionized the bed turnover process. The proper employee is dispatched immediately, and Bed Tracking will also automatically page a supervisor if the bed is not started in a reasonable amount of time. The employee's beeper will have the bed number listed along with the priority of cleaning. In this example here, bed 4941 needs to be cleaned, and the status number is the final number 5. Knowing that there are tolerance limits to how long before a supervisor is paged if the bed is not started, the housekeeper will begin the cleaning process soon after the page. If there is a delay for any reason, a supervisor is automatically notified by Bed Tracking. Because of this unique feature, admitting users no longer have to keep tabs on every bed request they call in. Bed Tracking has moved beyond a simple notification system to a management system as well. Now, the admitting department knows that the cleaning of this bed has begun. This in-progress notification is seldom attempted without Bed Tracking. This status update can have a tremendous impact for bed control in placing patients. Once the move is completed, the housekeeper simply repeats the Bed Tracking phone transaction, and admitting is made aware that the room is now ready for new patient. Before the housekeeper even gets out of the room, admitting knows the bed is done, and there is no method faster than Bed Tracking. All methods will tend to result in bed fashion. The Bed Tracking monitors healthcare support in real-time bed status system, and that in hours of service personnel to provide critical information at the time of service delivery requires no steps back to the nurse's station and no need to find an available Admitting is apprised each time the bed changes states for being simply vacant through any possible upgrade in priority until the bed is actually done. All of this without anyone in bed control even picking up a telephone. In a moment, our CEO will be discussing some of the other problems associated with bed turnover and how Bed Tracking literally revolutionizes the entire process. Mr. Nacy will describe a variety of methods which you may be using to complete the bed turnover process at your facility. Now, as he does this, try to keep your specific operation in mind. You might even draw your own flowchart for portions of what you see Mr. Nacy draw. Experience has shown us that this kind of mapping out of current operations helps each department better see how they fit in to the overall turnover process.
You're finally starting to act your age, so you're engaged. See the ashes of your swank bachelor pad turn into china patterns and Waterford crystal glasses. You were the master, now you are a slave, so you're engaged. And I remember our days chasing women together in an alcoholic haze. You were the best drinking buddy guy ever had. I feel so low. Oh Lord, deliver me from this deep abysmal darkness in which I must live. Your rambling heart is in a cage, so you're engaged. Oh, what cruel hand fate has dealt. Oh, that this too sullied flesh should melt. One step closer to the grave, so you're engaged.
Hello.
Hi.
Do you have the coloring book called Sharks in front of you?
Yes.
You do? Good.
Why?
Because in a moment, we're going to take an exciting trip through the oceans of the world and meet some of the most fascinating and some of the most feared creatures that swim in the sea. Sharks.
Some of the most feared creatures. Some of the most feared creatures. Some of the most feared your power. Some of the most feared girls. Some of the most feared creatures. Some of the most feared creatures. Some of the most feared creatures. Some of the most feared.
Because you have the same swing, the same tempo every time.
Some of the most feared. Some of the most.
That's what every amateur professional wants.
Introducing John Daly's Power Groove, the only swing trainer that will put you in the groove.
Consistently gives you longer, straighter shots.
Hitting the ball farther and straighter than I've ever hit it before.
And longer, straighter shots means lower score.
John Daly's Power, revolutionizing golf, one swing at a time. From Poppy Hills Golf Course in Pebble Beach, California, stay tuned for John Daly's Power Groove with your host, golf commentator, and PGA professional, Roger Maltby. Join us and learn the secret to lowering your handicap by 1/3 and adding 20 yards to your drives, guaranteed. And then later, John Daly will travel to Arizona, where we'll watch him attempt to drive it over the biggest hazard ever, and one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. It's all coming up on John Daly's Power Groove.
If you play golf, you know a great swing when you see one. But do you know what a great swing actually feels like? Sure, you hit it solid every now and then, but how would you like to have a consistent, repeatable groove swing? A swing that would guarantee more accuracy and more distance. Well, that's exactly what John Daly's Power Groove will do for you.
It felt good. It was smoother. I'm much more relaxed.
My swing has improved drastically in 1 week.
Hi, I'm Roger Maltby. As a golf commentator and PGA Tour professional, I can tell you not too many players have a better groove swing than John Daly's. John has spent thousands of hours hitting countless practice balls to develop his swing. Unfortunately, you don't have that kind of time. And thanks to the Power Groove, you don't have to. In fact, you can develop a perfect swing in days, not years. How is that possible? Because the Power Groove quickly creates muscle memory. And muscle memory produces effortless power and control, giving you the feel for the golf swing your body can't forget. And you don't have to think about it. By keeping the club on the correct plane, the Power Groove trains your muscles to memorize what to do throughout the golf course. In no time at all, your perfect swing will become automatic.
What do you think the single biggest benefit for the average player is with the Power Groove?
Well, they're going to get the swing that they've always wanted, and they don't even have to work at it. All they have to do is put that club in the Power Groove and start swinging. And if they do it constantly over and over again, it's going to help their swing.
How does the Power Groove help you stay on plane and stay in balance?
When I'm playing really good, my balance is perfect. The Power Groove is not only going to help you swing, but it's going to help you balance your backswing, or your take away your backswing, and most importantly, your arm. So it just makes everything combine and work together. And there's a
Just nothing else in the world can provide that. The power groove will guide you properly into a takeaway position. From there, swing you back to the inside in the proper ideal position at the top of the swing. Swing you back from the inside so you can't go out over the top and slice the ball as so many players do. Lead you back squarely to the ball and then swing you back to the inside in a proper follow-through position. The best news about the power groove is it will do it time and time again automatically, and that builds muscle memory. With the power groove, your muscles literally memorize a powerful, consistent golf swing. A swing that will have you hitting golf balls farther and straighter than you've ever hit them before. Like that. Probably one of the greatest things about the power groove is that it increases club head speed. And when you've got increased club head speed, you've got increased distance.
And after using the power groove, I increased it 20 yards easily. Sometimes 30.
As your confidence level increases, your handicap drops. And yeah, your yardage goes up.
And the power groove is a serious piece of equipment. So serious that it's guaranteed to lower your handicap by a third and add at least 20 yards to your drive. Well, the guarantee with the power groove is very realistic because it consistently gives you longer, straighter shots. What's going to happen is nobody's going to want to go to the driving range anymore. Because you can sit in your house, you can sit anywhere you want to and swing this thing, and it's better than a lesson, it's better than hitting a lot of balls, and it's just the swing, it just makes the swing so perfect. If you have a groove swing, a swing your muscles have committed to memory, a swing that feels natural and solid every time, then you've got the confidence to just rear back and give it a run. And that's what the power groove is all about. It's the most phenomenal training device ever developed. But at the same time, it's so simple. It's so easy to use. But what's more important, with the power groove, you'll be swinging correctly the first time. In fact, every time you use it. They say practice makes perfect. Well, that's not true. Perfect practice makes perfect. And that's the beauty of the power groove. It is perfect practice every time you take a swing. You can take all the lessons you can, or someone can tell you, this is what you're doing right or wrong, but you can't feel that.
I was never able to know what I was doing wrong or what I was doing right before. I was confused all the time. Now I can feel the movement naturally where I wasn't able to get that with instruction.
John, you've got one of the most photographed and analyzed golf swings in the game because it's so long. It goes past parallel, yet still in control. How does the power groove help you stay on plane and stay in balance? Good something. The slow takeaway is the most important thing in my golf swing. So the slower I can take it away, the power groove lets me do. It gives me great balance. It gives me the control I need to make sure I do that. Power groove is the first thing that's going to come out that really is going to be able to slow a fast swinger down. And it's got to help you hit the ball farther. It's got to give you more power. Yeah, it will give you more power. They're definitely going to generate some more club head speed, but they're not having to swing harder to do it. How can the power groove give you more confidence? After you swing it about, 10 or 15 minutes, and then you hit a golf ball, you feel the golf club swinging itself. You feel the same swing every time. They got to use it to feel what biggest shark in the world. It's just the greatest thing in the world. They're going to get the swing that they've always wanted, and they don't even have to work at it. All they have to do is put that club in the power groove and start swinging. They're not going to be coming over the top of the golf ball. They're not going to be undercutting the golf ball. They're going to be coming down on the golf ball the way you're supposed to. A pro can't touch that work. If you got an amateur that's always cut the ball, they're going to know how to draw it now. They're going to know how to put a little more inside. It's going to help everybody. It's the invention that golf has needed for an awful long time. John, you play in front of some of the biggest galleries on the tour, and not only are they big, they're loud, they're vocal, they're always screaming and hollering, watching every shot. What's it like to play in those every day? For me, let's face it, I love it. I love it loud. They say be quiet and all this. The louder they are, the louder you go. They probably come out to watch if they get us far. We're going to have a challenge for you today. We've got a 330 Well, Roger, you know I'm a field player, so that's what I love about the power group. All you gotta do is start swinging. All right, pal, you ready to hit this thing? I'm ready. You ready? I want to see it. All right, here we go. 332 yards long. And the one's a little against. Good truck. Let's look at John swinging the telestrator and see how it matches up with the Wallace swinging with the power group. As you can see in the comparison, the power group, John takes the same swing, keeps on the perfect plane. Fantastic result. Earlier, we asked golfers around the country to try John Daly's Power Group Swing Trainer for a few weeks. Here's what they had to say about the Power Group. This takes all the guesswork out of my swing. What the Power Group cost me initially, I'm going to make tenfold back in all my presses and passes. My partners are going to pay. After I used the Power Group for the very first time, I shot an opening round 67 and went on to a top 10 finish. If it can help an old tour pro like me, just think what it can do for you. Today, John's going up against the biggest hazard any golfer has ever faced, the Grand Canyon. John Daly's got the confidence to attempt this shot because he trusts his golf swing. He doesn't have to think about it. Through experience, talent, and a lot of practice, John Daly's muscles have memorized the swing that can hit a golf ball this far and this straight. The John Daly Power Group Swing Trainer isn't just a theory. It's already proven it corrects the swing plane of golfers in just a few easy swings.
The first time a golfer takes the club off the power grip, he's going to feel a strong sense of the club head. It's going to feel lighter. It's going to feel like it just moves into the correct path.
It's a much faster method than going out to the driving range and just hitting thousands and thousands of balls.
Now, let's join John Daly as he prepares to drive a golf ball over the Grand Canyon.
One of these sharks wants to John Daly. One of these sharks wants to track his drive. One of PGA Tour history. One of these sharks wants to track. One of these sharks wants to track.
One of the 7 natural wonders of the world. How much confidence must John Daly have in his swing, standing on the edge of this immense chasm? Can John clear the canyon from the Power Group launch pad? This drive will need incredible distance and awesome care. Oh, wow, he's killed it. I can't hit any better than that. I think it's going to make it.
Prowl through the jungle.
Yes, it's cleared it. John Daly out of the Not only
Prowl through the jungle.
entire canyon, it finished on the upslope of the rugged terrain, about 300
Prowl through the jungle.
That was awesome. And it was the confidence in his group swing that allowed John to trust it to let her rip. You can have that same kind of consistent group swing with the John Daly Power Group Swing Trainer. Believe me, you'll feel the difference in your swing the very first time you use it. And because it creates muscle memory, the feeling of that perfect swing will stay with you on the course. In only minutes a week, you'll cut your handicap by a third and add 20 yards to your drives. It's guaranteed. 4 years now, and feel the difference the very next time you play.
You're really serious about adding distance to your drives and accuracy to your game, and you'd like to drop your handicap by 1/3. Then you owe it to yourself to try John Daly's Power Group Swing Trainer, risk-free for 90 days, and experience for yourself the thrilling impact it can have on your game. The great golf swing takes the club over the consistent swing. That's the type of swing that great players like John Daly have committed to automatic muscle memory, and that's the swing you have in just minutes a day with John's new Power Group Swing Trainer. Lessons, books, and videos talk about it, but they tell you what it's like to swing the golf club correctly. But the Power Group Swing Trainer will.
Military pilots are moved into direct fundamentals by a concept the military calls meaningful repetition. Big trouble. The power group puts meaningful repetition to use for the golfer. It essentially makes all other training devices obsolete.
Whether you're a long-time golfer or never picked up a club before, you'll make a perfect swing with the Power Groove. First time, every time. With the Power Groove, your muscles automatically memorize the rhythm and balance. And most importantly, the feeling of a good golf swing.
It's the invention that golf is needed for optimizing.
You can just swing your club and do it right every time. You're right, and it's instant, it's automatic, it's guaranteed. The Power Groove is engineered from aircraft quality aluminum space-age composites. It's designed for golfers of any age, ability, and works with any club in your bag. Its unique patent-pending design, including their teaching phase, guides you automatically to the proper position throughout your swing.
Until you're on the swing, you're not going to leave this thing.
I have to admit that I'm really amazed that 7 days after school power group that actually have improved that drastically. I never thought it was possible.
Help an old short player like me, just like what it can do for you.
In just minutes, you'll be proving your swing to hit the golf ball straighter and farther than you ever thought possible. For just the payments of $99.95, that's probably less than the last Friday. As the Power Group comes in a lifetime warranty, try it this spring, not just for 3 weeks or a month, but for a full 90 days. You can do that in 20 minutes of your practice, improve your accuracy, and lower your handicap at that time. You're welcome to return the Power Group for a full refund. We've got nothing to lose. And only if you order right now will include the Power Group instructor featuring tips from Roger Mulvey and John Daly absolutely free. With this exclusive video, you learn the secrets of improving your new perfect swing automatic. So call the number on the screen right now, or just payment.